This evening, Guyana Fire Service raises alarm over increasing house fires, urges public to adopt safety measures. Agriculture Minister commissioned agro-processing facility in Watooka, Linden. International Building Expo returns. Showcase set for August 24th to 27th. In the region, progressive AREVALO leads in poll ahead of Guatemala presidential election, and internationally, Myanmar JADE mine landslide. 33 bodies recovered, dozens missing. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for August 17, 2023. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, the Guyana Fire Service has observed a rise in house fires, mainly originating in kitchens, prompting awareness and safety measures. Kitchens are a common source of fire, often involving stovetops, ovens, and electrical appliances. To mitigate these risks, residents are advised to never leave cooking unattended and equip homes with smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. Other precautions include keep flammable things like tissues, towels, paper bags, or cereal boxes away from your stove. Don't try putting out grease or electrical fires with water. This will only worsen them. Adding water to a grease fire can make it spread. Adding water to an electrical fire can cause electrocution. Baking soda is one of the simplest and cheapest extinguishers for grease fires. Keep a box next to your stove to throw on stove fires. If you have a gas stove and smell gas, turn off all burners, open windows for better ventilation. Be careful when lighting the stove. Ensure the room is well ventilated and use long-stemmed matches or lighters. If you must leave the kitchen, turn off all burners. If a pot is on the fire, turn off the burner and cover the pot with a lid. Avoid wearing clothes with long, loosey-fitting sleeves that may catch fire easily. If your clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. Don't use your oven as an extra storage for flammable things like paper, plastic bags, plastic containers, or dish towels. The pilot light could ignite objects even if you do not turn on the oven. It only takes a minute for a fire to get out of hand. We now turn our attention to the courts. 22-year-old Chris Charles, an unemployed man of Friendship, East Bank, Demerara, was remanded to prison for robbery under arms when he appeared at the Diamond Golden Grove Magistrates Court on Wednesday, August 16. Charles appeared before Principal Magistrate Judy Latchman, where the charge was read to him, and he pleaded not guilty. He is accused of robbing a 22-year-old Guyana National Bureau of Standards inspector of a black haversack, a Republic Bank card, a smartphone, and cash totaling close to $100,000 at Friendship School Street, East Bank, Demerara on August 8 around 10 p.m. Charles was refused bail and was subsequently remanded to prison. The matter was adjourned to September 28, 2023 for statements. In other news, less than 2 weeks after commissioning an agro-processing facility in Region 9, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa commissioned a similar facility in Watooka, Linden on Wednesday. The Ministry of Agriculture, through the new Guyana Marketing Corporation, expended some $23.6 million to construct and outfit the facility, providing much-needed agro-processing services to approximately 600 persons in and around the region. Minister Mustafa, in his address at the commissioning, noted that the government had made large sums of money available to fund initiatives to develop Guyana's agro-processing sector. He said while farmers are encouraged to produce more, value-added production will enable farmers and producers to maximize profit and extend the shelf life of their commodities. The facility can produce over 4,300 liters of sauce and seasoning monthly and is equipped with various machinery such as mixers, blenders, stoves, and stainless steel containers and chillers. It also can operate on a 24-hour basis, offering mechanized processes to allow for lower operational expenses. Stick around when we return. International Building Expo returns, showcase set for August 24th to 27, and Guyana Fire and Prison Services embrace cashless payments in partnership with Mobile Money Guyana.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinate soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radica went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for doing surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. Guyana's International Building Exposition is back and scheduled for next week, Thursday, August 24th to Sunday, August 27, 2023 at the National Stadium, Providence, East Bank, Demerara. The Expo aims to showcase the country's rapid infrastructural transformation and provide increased opportunities for building innovations within the local market. Launched under the theme, Building for All, One Guyana, Many Opportunities, this 4-day event will cater for presentations in the afternoons into the evening when more people turn out rather than in the mornings as was done last year. It is designed to facilitate result-driven interaction, sales, opportunities and benefits for home builders, contributing to Ghana's evolving construction sector. Last year, thousands of people were able to receive house lots through the Ministry of Housing Dream Realized exercise. In other news, in a bid to modernize and enhance service quality, the Ministry of Home Affairs has teamed up with Mobile Money Guyana Incorporated, MMG, to introduce cashless payment options at two key institutions, Guyana Prison Service and Guyana Fire Service. Inmates, relatives, and friends can now send money directly through MMG for inmates' expenses, such as tuck shop purchases, medical needs, funeral expenses, and more. This move aligns with government's commitment to evolving in a modern society, providing citizens with easier access to essential services and embracing financial technology platforms for increased efficiency and convenience. With MMG already serving over 110,000 Guyanese, the partnership is expected to streamline interactions and transactions for a significant portion of the population. Don't go away after the break. Myanmar JADE mine landslide, 33 bodies recovered, dozens missing, and Pakistan fuel prices rises, increases leave many running on empty.
Good girl forget things.
What's the
problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all we will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinate soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Raddy go into the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a Guyana map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Cross Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Rose Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. A new opinion poll released days before Guatemala's presidential race indicates that former dark horse candidate Bernardo AREVALO is heading into the vote with a healthy lead. This scandal-ridden race is between former First Lady Sandra Torres and Bernardo AREVALO, who vows to combat corruption. Al Jazeera's Manuel Rapallo reports.
A political rally in Guatemala City. Supporters of Bernardo AREVALO, candidate from Semilla or the Seed Party, are marking the official close of his presidential campaign ahead of the August 20th national election. Many here say they're eager for the election to be over, and with it a campaign season that's been marred by allegations of election interference and fraud.
Definitively, we want the best results. We want the process to be transparent. We feel uncertainty about what's coming, but we hope democracy will prevail.
Bernardo AREVALO is seen by many as the biggest surprise in recent electoral memory. His victory in the initial round of voting shook up the political landscape. He's now leading in the polls ahead of the national election. But Sandra Torres, a former First Lady of Guatemala representing the Conservative National Unity of Hope Party, or UNE, is also a strong contender and seen by many as the more experienced candidate. According to polling data, the issues Guatemalans care most about are the ones that affect the livelihoods of everyday citizens, like a struggling economy and worsening crime.
One of the biggest issues on the minds of Guatemalan voters is deep-rooted corruption, which many people here say has eroded the confidence they have in their political leaders.
It's this collective sense of mistrust, experts say, which could determine the outcome of Sunday's vote.
I believe that a fundamental achievement would be to capitalize on the feeling of discontent, the feeling of weariness that exists among a portion of the population, to reclaim those basic elements of democracy. This sentiment has been building up over the past decade, yet there hasn't been a political force that has managed to unify and translate that collection of expressions into votes.
Both candidates have promised to address corruption. While Torres emphasizes transparency and accountability, AREVALO has proposed measures to disqualify corrupt individuals from public office. As the runoff election approaches, the people of Guatemala are poised to cast their votes in what's seen as a critical moment for the nation's future. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Guatemala City.
Internationally, rescue workers continue to search for bodies after a jade mine collapsed in northern Myanmar on Sunday. 39 people were reported missing at the open pit mine in Pakin Township, with 33 bodies recovered, Al Jazeera's Tony Sheng reports.
A group of jade miners stand over a vast open pit, the valley below filled by torrential rain. Miners searching for the precious stone along the banks. Warn them it's going to fall, say those above. The steep walls seem to be shifting, a cascade of rocks. Then the whole hillside collapses. As it hits the water, a tsunami wave, sweeping away everything in its path. From the other side of the valley, workers try to point out survivors, tiny specks swirling around in the muddy whirlpools as more of the hill slides into the water.
We were at the spot where the large water wave struck. It was a huge wave. We were able to flee the area by running. That's the only reason we survived.
Rescuers have been struggling for days to recover bodies from the site. Very few survived the initial landslide. Heavy rains hampering the rescue effort in this remote part of northern Myanmar. Boats on the reservoir only able to drag the murky waters with hooks. More than 250 people died in similar accidents in Myanmar's jade mines last year. A precious stone that exacts a very high price. Tony Cheng, Al Jazeera.
And finally, record high prices for petrol and diesel are affecting millions of Pakistanis. The increase will see petrol selling at $1 a litre. That is up from 64 cents. It is the second increase in a few weeks, Al Jazeera's Caroline reports.
For bike taxi driver Naveed Quiyam, every day seems to bring a new challenge. But arriving for his morning top-up in one of Islamabad's petrol stations, news of record high prices have left him feeling desperate.
We've suffered a lot. I live in a rented house and earn money with my bike. Now the fuel price has gone so high and commuters can't afford the fare. What should I do? How will I feed my children? I've been trying to find another job for the past 3 months, but I've failed.
Pakistan is already facing one of its worst economic crises, with soaring inflation and a currency rapidly losing its value. And now a second fuel price increase in as many weeks. A litre of petrol costs $1, up from 65 cents. This is likely to worsen the financial crisis and fears of those hardest hit.
Prices are increasing day by day, and we aren't able to cope with the cost of even flour. No one is hiring on a daily basis, and I've been looking for work for a month. But no one comes to hire people as everything has come to a halt, and everyone here is worried.
These days we are passing through acute higher inflation. Even prices of basic commodities have skyrocketed, and it's hard to earn a living. Our survival is now at stake, and we are now even more worried after the increase in fuel prices, which will make our life go from bad to worse.
Pakistan's previous administration pushed up prices at the start of the month. Its newly installed caretaker government is responsible for the latest increases, which it says are in line with its fiscal obligations. Those are aimed at fulfilling a $3 billion bailout deal with the International Monetary Fund to help bring down its rising foreign debt. Economists say the price increase will likely aggravate inflation.
Yes, of course, this is adding the miseries to the normal life of average Pakistani. But I think this is an international phenomena, and obviously the government has a challenge now. This caretaker setup has a challenge to how to curb this inflation.
The government faces a general election in a few months. Pakistan has seen months of political and financial unrest. But for many here, they have no choice but to wait and hope for a more certain future. Kara Legg, Al Jazeera.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. Safety B2 headline news for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.